Hey guys, Floyd McGregor here with another card trick tutorial. You guys like card tricks, and I like showing you card tricks for that sweet YouTube cash. If you guys like to learn card tricks and totally don't want to die of boredom from those other channels, you should subscribe and stuff. Also, I'll be picking the winner of the signed Jazzy Stripes playing cards today, so make sure to stick around till the end of the video. Seeing that most of you probably skipped this part of the video because you already just want to get to the card trick. And you know what? You don't deserve it. I don't feel like doing it anymore. So what now, huh? Bitch, how's the family? How's your mom? Let's just cut to the performance. You ever wonder why magicians spread the cards this way and have you pick cards like this? Well, it's because they cheat. It's because they grew up without dads and they have social anxiety. So what I want you to do is I want you to take on the deck yourself, and you're going to deal the cards one at a time to my hand, just like this. And you could stop whenever it is that you want. So go ahead and do that, sir. So let's say the spectator goes ahead and they deal, and they stop right here. They, of course, are instructed to remember and to peek at the card they thought of. In this case, is the 5 of clubs. And you tell the spectator, why don't you go ahead and mix that card back into the deck? I don't want to even peek at the card or even have any sort of attempt where I could cheat. And shuffle these cards in there. Why don't you? And of course, the spectator obliges, and they shuffle the cards as best they can for somebody with what has to be mental issues for watching you do a card trick. But they mix the cards up, and you instruct them to hold the cards in their hand. There's no way that I can know where your card is. As a matter of fact, there's no way that I can know that you picked the 5 of clubs, right? And of course, at this point, the spectator goes, what? Huh? How'd you know? Wait a second. That was incredibly fair. There's no way you knew the card I picked. Of course I did, because that's my job. I'm a magician. I'm supposed to. And if I didn't, well, we wouldn't be here right now. You'd be somewhere probably having a better time. So you enjoy this interaction, sir. Are you sad, lonely, and desperate and feel like something is missing from your life? Do you feel like you are emotionless and can't look at life like others? Are you feeling like your life is out of color? Well, you must be missing the knowledge of sleight of hand card magic. Luckily for you, there's a Pigcake Card Academy where only $5 a month you get 2 videos a week covering theory, sleight of hand, tricks, moves, and everything you need to know to take you from an absolute no one in magic to a magic god. Check it out today and enroll to finally fill up your insides with that gooey magic. So for this trick, we're going to need to get all the cards of the same suit. So whether or not that is all the cards from the club suit or that's all the cards from the heart suit, it's really going to be up to you to figure that out and for you to determine which one you want to do. But we're going to make use of a very clever principle from expert card technique that actually I've talked about before, known as the mind mirror principle. And in this particular case, we're going to use it as a way so that we could use the suits as a key card so we could determine what the card that the spectator stops at is. So in this particular case, we're going to need, let's go back to these puppies over here. In this case, we have one, actually we have 2 more. We have the king and we also have the queen. So we're going to need all the cards in order on top of the deck. So ace all the way to the king. And what I like to do is add 4 more cards on top. These cards don't matter, but they go on top of the deck. So this entire setup goes on top of the deck, and you are ready to blow some minds. How excited? How excited are you? So for this, you're going to tell the spectator that you want them to deal the cards in your hand one at a time, just like this. And you see what I did there? I'm using these 4 cards as an example of which now I could throw these cards somewhere in the middle of the deck, hand the deck to the spectator, and have them deal the cards in my hand one at a time. So they deal the cards one at a time to your hand. Wherever it is they stop, and let's say they stop over here. In this case, remember, because of your setup, they're dealing the cards into your hand that are from the setup. So this card, they're going to look at and they're going to peek at, and it's going to be the 6 of clubs. Now, of course, there's a couple of different ways for you to figure out where they stopped at. One way is to count. So you've counted 5 cards in your hand. of course, you know that the next card's going to be a 6 and therefore has to be the 6 of clubs. Another way, if you don't want to count and for some reason you have some sort of problem with that, is that under the context of telling the spectator to peek at their card, I'm just peeking at this card. So I say, do me a favor, just peek at that card, get a little bit of a look-see at it. I don't want to see it, and make sure nobody else sees it. You could do that, and guess what? You could get your little peek. And because you see the 5, you add 1 to 5, which is, that's right, 6. You guys are smarter than the average YouTube crowd, and therefore their card is the 6 of clubs. Another way is that I could get a little bit of a pinky break underneath this card, and by putting my thumb in the back and rolling over, you see that that's going to stick that card out a little bit more. So I could do this under the guise of a gesture here. As I say, do me a favor, just, I don't want to see anything, but go ahead and look at the card that you stopped at. And in that action, guess what? I've looked at the card. It's just like, hey, they don't know. They're dumb. They're dumb people. But now you could have them shuffle the deck and mix it up and even hand them these cards for them to shuffle, which in turn destroys the stack. And you could reveal the card in whatever way you want. So you could put your hands on their hands and finally get some of that some of that sweet human contact and reveal the card that way. But I know what you were thinking. You're in that sort of crowd that you're saying, hey, Pigcake, that's cool. That's an amazing trick. You have a giant penis, but what happens if they deal past the stack? Inevitably, that's going to be the sort of question that I get asked here, even though logically, if you think about it for more than, I don't know, half a second, you would realize that they don't know where you're going with this. Right? They don't know where you're going. So you could have them deal cards onto your hand. And let's say they go past the stack, right? Let's say they go past the stack. Guess what? You know this card down here, in this case, is going to be the ace of clubs because remember, they dealt that card first to your hand. So that could be used as a key card, right? So they could peek at their card here. You could drop this on top and you still know where their card is because you've made use of the key card principle. See, there's always an out here. So people just don't want to think for themselves. So they ask dumb questions. So you could spread these cards, find the ace of clubs, know the card next to it is a 2 of hearts and go, nah, this might be a little bit harder than I thought, and go and proceed with whatever trick you want from there. But anyways, you still have a very effective and reliable way of having the spectator seemingly deal to wherever they want. They could shuffle the cards and you still know the identity of their card. Oh boy. Oh boy, man. You guys get the good stuff. You guys get the good stuff. Oh, hey there. Welcome to the end of the video. I'm sure you've been waiting for this part because, after all, it was a magic video. Am I right? Well, I'm going to announce the winner of the signed Jazzy Striped deck of playing cards. Now, I do want to thank United Magician Emporium for sponsoring this giveaway of this particular signed deck of Jazzy Stripes. And I'm going to link the website below. If you want to give them some of that sweet, sweet love, you could use the code PIGCAKE10 to get 10% off any deck you want to get from the store. Let them know that I sent you. But before we announce the winner, your boy Pigcake reached 40,000 subscribers recently, which is more surprising than me being attracted to women. Because of that, and also because I have a new project coming out next Friday, you could use the code PIGGYSHILL to get 40% off of all the projects I have on my website. So pick them up if you haven't already. Rave reviews on all of them so far, and you'll be helping me out on this journey to YouTube magic mastery. I'm going to take off the sweater here to be real for a hot second here. Oh boy. So I just wanted to thank you guys. It's through you guys watching these videos, checking out these projects, and doing the whole academy thing that's allowed me to do this full time. And while it hasn't been easy, it's definitely been worth it. Especially when I read your emails about how you're getting back into magic or that watching my videos made your day because you're going through a rough patch. So this is me saying thank you. Now, before things get too serious, how about those penises, right? Haha. I say you should just chop them right off. You don't need them. Well, anyways, the winner of the signed Jazzy Stripe deck of playing cards is going to go to Danny Morales. Danny Morales, you are the sole winner of the signed deck of Jazzy Stripes playing cards. So wherever you are in this godforsaken planet, you know you're going to have a deck going your way. Signed by its creator. And if you want, it could also be signed by yours truly of the Ham Fam. More like Spam Fam, am I right? Oh boy. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for 40K. Onward and outward. Because we're not stopping at 40K. We're not stopping at 50K. We're not stopping at 90K. We might stop at 100K. We might stop at 100K. Anyways, I'm going to go figure out how to ride a lawnmower on sand.